Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the upcoming new moon, which is coming up on the 4th of December. It is also coming up in the complete solar eclipse. It is a great representation of a complete new chapter, a new cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, which is happening for all of us. So when it comes to the new cycle, it comes to the new timeline, my friends. Every time when we start making certain changes, we step onto the new timeline. So today I'm sharing with you the painting, the rose which grows through the concrete. A part of it, you saw it yesterday, but today I'm sharing with you the complete painting. And this painting is a great representation of each of us which are doing that internal work, which are actually growing through the concrete. So concrete on the painting can represent certain beliefs, certain perceptions, certain self-taught limitations, certain toxic habits or toxic relationships, which we're now growing through. So we can say right now, we are experiencing a destruction of the old patterns, destruction of the old beliefs, destruction of old paradigms, destruction of old perceptions. And many times when we're going through that mass destruction, many people focus on the destruction and then they're afraid of, oh, everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. I'm so scared. But do not focus on what is falling apart. Focus on that beautiful rose that is growing through it. The beautiful rose that you are becoming while moving through it. So that's why for me this painting is so powerful. And it's not coincidence that I've just finished it at this time. Then at the end you will see a beautiful bee, which is representing that harmony of nature, the vitality, the power of nature, power of life. How important is to stay connected with the nature. So you may feel an urge to be alone a little bit and spend more time in nature. Even if it's cold outside, you feel like drawn to it. Because also cold, because we are entering into that December. If you're on that northern hemisphere of the earth, many of us will experience winter, and during the winter it's a bit colder time, and cold is many times more unpleasant experience. But same are those lower emotional states. They are unpleasant, but we still need to experience it. We still need to go through it so we can learn from it and we learn to embrace it. Right? So many of us can sense right now that urge to embrace what was anchoring us into the past. It used to hold us to the past, but now we feel that great energy to embrace it. Now we feel that great inner power to move through anything we choose. We feel that inner strength. And that is leading us into a whole complete new timeline. So timeline is made by our decisions, our actions, our perceptions, our beliefs, our stories that we are telling to ourselves about life, about ourselves, about the universe, about everything we can find within our mind. And every time we overcome certain story, certain belief, and every time we create a new belief, we change our timeline. It's like we place our future self into that wanting future. And we start walking towards it with our actions. So, because we are living right now in that unique time of destruction, but at the same time of the beginning of something new, it's a great moment to prepare for more beautiful things. Prepare for a greater experience of freedom. It's an internal shift. Prepare for a greater experience of freedom. Like I said before, do not focus on what is falling apart. Do not focus on everything that right now is maybe wrong or is not aligned with you, but focus on that freedom that you're experiencing while you're moving through that destruction. You will need to find it within yourself, but focus on that internal growth. Focus on how better you feel every time you overcome something, how better you feel every time you learn something new, every time you feel more empowered because you've gained certain powerful wisdom. And then share that feeling with others. Like when you will sense that somebody needs your help or just your energy, share it. Give something. Be generous. And express if you sense like you want to say something, or if you want to give something, or if you want to be in service because of something. And just be aware how well it feels like when you start giving. Because right now, many people feel like they want to give. They want to help one another. As we're seeing slowly, small communities are coming together and people are helping each other. It's all happening for a reason right now, because we need those communities where people are truly honest with one another, where people are exchanging their honest emotional states. Right? We are not running away from our fears and from our pains from the past, but rather we are helping one another to grow, like we are nurturing the seeds of one another. And if we go into that story, if we plant the seed needs a certain amount of courage, a certain amount of strength, and a certain amount of motivation in order to grow through anything that happens to be above it. But as soon as it starts growing, it is not focused on the pressure of its environment, but rather in its potential to grow. So it is never paying attention to what is falling apart, but rather to how amazingly it can bloom, to influence the environment for the better. Right? To bring more beauty to the world, we shouldn't focus on what is falling apart, but rather onto the potential that we all hold within us. We all have that great capacity of love that we can bring to the world in any kind of form. It's not just saying love, love, love. It's about, sharing your creative energy, helping your neighbor, doing something in service to somebody, whatever you can find for yourself. If we look on people, like everyone is that seed of a unique, truly great potential. Let's nurture one another so each of us can grow into a beautiful flower. That was my message with this painting. That growth that is happening right now, that transformation that is happening right now, that shift to the new timeline that is happening right now requires a certain courage and strength and motivation. So we need to build it up for ourselves. We need to empower ourselves that way. And because this new moon is bringing us lots of energy of passion, energy of adventure, as we were talking before in the video about the December's energy update, it's also bringing us that beautiful energy of luck, which means that when we're working on what we love to do, what we love to create, when we truly focus on our potentials, we focus on our dreams we want to manifest, it will start to happen like luck is always on our side. Things are always manifesting. Our mind is more and more open for greater opportunities. Isn't that a beautiful thing? It's truly amazing, once we expand our minds, we see that pain is not so strong. Even if it's still here, it's not so strong because our awareness now is wider. So we see that the beauty is much stronger. The light is much stronger than any pain. It can remind us that light always wins. Never forget that if you're going through the dark times, because of different reasons, never forget that the darkest night is just before the sunrise. You're about to experience a beautiful life. You're about to bloom, my friends. So this is it for today's video, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed the latest painting, a rose which grows through the concrete. Have a beautiful day. If you would like to find more about my art, you can find it on my Instagram page, AttractPassion. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's expand some love. Let's raise the vibration in the comments below. And see you in the next one. One love.